Ladies and gentlemen, today we're taking a look at FIFA 08, and this is an old game released in 2007, which means currently I'm an old man, and this game was a part of my childhood. We're going to take a look at a lot of different things in FIFA 08. I'm going to break it up into different parts, so the video has a bit of like structure, but yeah, I hope it hits a bit of nostalgia for you, and I hope you do enjoy the video. Remember, if you do enjoy the video, leave a thumbs up for me. Let's get to 1,000 likes. And if you're new around here and you want to see more FIFA history videos, hit the subscribe button today and the notification bell. 360 version of the game, so features may vary between different consoles. And of course, Ronaldinho starts as the main man back in the day. But yeah, like I said, this game came out on different versions like PS2, PSP. So obviously, different hardware means different features. But we're going to focus today on the 360 version because it's easier for me to record this generation of console. And before you even hit the menus, the game would put you into the practice arena against the goalkeeper, so you could fiddle around with players like Ronaldinho, whoever you wanted basically, as long as they were in the game. And you could do free kicks, penalties and stuff like that. You guys know already, it's like the practice arena. And once you got sick of looking at the practice arena, hit the start button and there would be your menu. And in the menus, you can basically play kickoff, different game modes. There's no Ultimate Team, of course. I think Ultimate Team started in FIFA 09, but basically the menu was the menu. It did its job. So first we're going to take a look at kickoff, and that's basically the standard kickoff where you play a game against a computer or a friend. And the team selections were pretty good. You had your Premier League, Coca-Cola, League 1 and League 2. Then you had your French League, German, Bundesliga, a few international teams as well. So there's a huge selection here. The major teams and competitions are there. You guys know FIFA does pretty well with the licenses. The Champions League, I don't think at the time was in this game. If you pressed X, it had a randomized button where it would pick a team for you if you couldn't decide. And then you had your kit selection, and then you could go into your team management. And team management was pretty basic. It's not what we're used to now in FIFA 19, but there is things like formation change, team mentality as well, tactics. So it's got a few things there for you, but of course the presentation in FIFA 19 for team management is much better than FIFA 08. And after you were happy with your lineup, it would take you to the settings page where you could pick your difficulty. I think legendary was the highest. It had default balls, but it does have other Nike balls and stuff in the game. It just doesn't appear here. In terms of stadiums, it had a few interesting ones in there, but of course FIFA 19 does have a lot more now with the Premier League full treatment and the La Liga full treatment as well. But you know, at the time FIFA 08 did have a decent selection, but it was more of the popular stadiums around the world. Then you could pick your day or night, and then you could even change the pitch pattern. So if you wanted circles, it would appear in the game. If you wanted diagonal, it would appear, and large horizontal, thin horizontal. You could basically change the way the pitch looks, which was a nice feature. And then after that, it would take you to the game, it would load things up, and then you'd get straight into it. So we're going to take a look at game modes now, which is everyone's favorite part of the video. But there's Be a Pro mode, which is like play a career, but except it's a little bit weird on the 360. I played one game and then all of a sudden it just put me back to the main menu. I don't think there's actually a player career in FIFA 08 on my version of the game anyway, but there's tournament mode, which is like FIFA 19's one. You can play existing tournaments like the Premier League, or you can create your own tournament as well. There's manager mode, which is like career mode, where you coach a team. But I'm not going to go into too much detail here because I have a different video planned for that in the next few days. We have lounge mode, which I think is like house rules. So let's take a look. And it's not as sophisticated as house rules. It doesn't have that many options, but you could play a classic match and then select from your arsenal of cheap shots to take down your opponent. There's also luck of the draw. Players are randomly assigned cheap shots prior to the match. It's anyone's game. And then there's random teams. For the skilled players who think they can win with any team in the game. So let's say you pick that one. It would randomize your team. You wouldn't even know what teams you got, I think, until the game loaded. So, you know, it's an interesting concept. It's basically the origins of what we see in FIFA 19 house rules. And obviously house rules is a little bit better in my opinion. And another interesting mode in FIFA 08 was challenge mode. So I think this has objectives and you could spend hours on this trying to complete every objective. So I've only unlocked the first one. I haven't actually tried it yet. So we're in the Premier League and apparently you could do a pure and simple challenge, which is, let's see what it is. Score one goal with someone and then win the match in regular time. So as you complete the challenges, it's going to get harder. We're on amateur difficulty, but yeah, there's plenty of different options here. You just have to unlock them as you go. But I think this is a nice little game mode that could keep people coming back and playing FIFA 20 maybe if they added this back. Older FIFA games did have this challenge mode. The Champions League 06-07 game on the PSP had a Champions League challenge mode, which was fantastic. But this one I haven't actually tried out, so I might get into it when I get some free time. So those were the game modes in FIFA 08. Challenge mode is an interesting one, but I would love to see a Champions League version of that. And then there's also the online part of the game, which is called Xbox Live. And there's no Ultimate Team at the time, so there was no gambling back then. You were basically forced to play offline, or you could do some little online leagues and stuff. You can also do Be a Pro online play, and then you could do a ranked match or unranked match against a friend maybe. But obviously the servers are all shut down now. You can't play online. There's also another part called EA Sports Football World. I can't show you what it is because it depends on the servers, which don't work anymore. But based on the description there, it says new feature, EA Sports Football World stats. Check out your statistics, accomplishments, and the new EA Sports World avatar. And then there's also football news, but it does depend on the servers, and I can't connect at the moment. And then there's also a team management part of the menu where you can edit your squads, check the squads, change kick takers and stuff like that. You can also edit kit numbers, team mentality, formation editor, transfers, so you could swap players if they did a transfer in real life. Creation zone where you can create a player. Arena player selection, which is basically, changing Ronaldinho to Ronaldo or something to use 1v1 against the keeper. You can download the latest squads if they allowed you to connect to the servers. And then there's also My FIFA 08, which is basically the settings part of the game. So you can change your camera settings, the music as well, different profiles, and that's basically it. There's also Fan Shop here, where you can buy the third kits, which is like the EA Sports catalog, and there's all the balls there. Plenty of things to choose from. The boots as well. Look at the Predators. Oh my goodness. I remember those. Oh wow. I remember using those when I was like 11 years old or something. The F50s as well. Oh, they were awesome as well. These are old school boots, man. And then there's also player packs for the arena player. I'm not sure what they are. And then there's creation zone ones where you can unlock goal celebrations. So it's pretty much like EA Sports catalog there. And there's heaps of third kits. I'm not sure if there's classic kits. I don't think so. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So we're going to test out this FIFA 08 gameplay. I'm going to give you guys some first impressions as well. Just checking the settings here to see if the volume's down for the music. And basically we're playing against Liverpool at Old Trafford. So let's see the different cutscenes as well. So take a look at the graphics and stuff. There's actually tunnel cutscenes for Old Trafford as well. Gerrard's having a few words there. And then there's also some fans as part of the matchday introduction as well. And then the players walk out. But what's really cool is that you can see players warming up as the lineups are being announced. But I'm not sure why they're warming up now after they've walked out onto the pitch. It's a little bit weird. Maybe if I was making videos back then, I would include it in things that don't make sense in FIFA 08. And there's also a referee there, but the referee will disappear during the game. He does not exist at all, as you can see. So the passing's okay, but it feels a little bit weird. I do misplace a lot of passes all the time. I'm not sure if that's because I'm used to FIFA 19, maybe. Obviously, there's no Premier League branding in this game. It's just basically your default EA sports stuff. But I think this looks okay as well. I wouldn't mind actually seeing this in FIFA 20 because I'm just sick of seeing that other graphic that's in the game at the moment. I have found after a few different games that the difficulty, even on semi-pro, is harder than what you would expect in FIFA 19. Here's Rooney going to take a shot, and it goes out. Look at this camera angle. How annoying is that? You don't even know where the ball's going to go. Neville plays it to Ronaldo. Can we get a cross here to Tevez, back post? Tevez gets a header, good save by the keeper, and that's on semi-pro as well. So the keepers are pretty good even on the lower difficulties. Like I said, I did find it a little bit more challenging, the lower difficulties. So there's your free kick, camera angle. Don't get much of a good view from here actually. But let's see what Ronaldo can produce from here. It's actually not a bad hit. Oh, that wasn't actually bad. And there we go. Let's see what the fouls look like in this game. Let's see the cutscenes. The referee doesn't even exist. So I found that the referees are very lenient as well. Like you can crunch a player, they don't give you the yellow card. Tevez lays it off to Ronaldo. We cut it back with Ronaldo. Have a strike, and it goes over the bar. And there's an actual cutscene there where Ronaldo could have played it to Neville, and Neville was frustrated with him for stuffing up the shot. And there's a look at the substitutions cutscene. So all the cutscenes are pretty bad. It's not like what you're used to now in FIFA 19. They're just bare bones stuff. So there's a cutscene for the corner as well. So yeah, that's the full-time cutscene as well. There's literally no referee blowing the whistle. The referee disappears during the game. But there you can see the players walking off from both teams. Just standard stuff. A pretty bland experience. So the first game that I played ended at 0-0, but I know you guys want to see some goals, so I'm going to show you what the goal looks like. Got a score here. Got a score here. Good goal by Tevez. Beautiful finish. And you can run off a little bit, but then it turns into a cutscene there. And it's one of those standard celebration cutscenes. Very, very short. Then it goes into a replay. And that's basically it. There's the yellow card cutscene. Ferdinand looks like he's going to rip the referee's head off a little bit. Overall, I did find the gameplay to be okay. The referees were a little bit lenient. Semi-pro is a pretty hard difficulty. The shooting is also hard to master. Even the penalty kicks and stuff feel much better than FIFA 19's for some reason. The cutscenes are a little bad as well at times. They're pretty bad compared to newer FIFA games. But you know, they do the job for what they needed to do at the time. The passing is also pretty hard to master. You can't just peg through balls all the time. The defenders will intercept it. And sometimes the players don't even come to the ball, which is a little bit frustrating. But overall, it was pretty fun to go back on FIFA 08 and to see what it was like 11 years ago. Some of the things I've forgotten over time as the years progress. Some things I never paid attention to as a kid. So it was nice to take a look back, and the nostalgia got me a little bit. If you need something else to watch, check out the video I made about the FIFA 19 new update. Click the card right now, it'll take you to that video. And if you want to watch another FIFA 19 video, hit the thumbnail on your screen, and I'll see you next time.